Welcome back, my sweet friends. How is everyone doing? I hope this day finds you well. We are in the middle of a rain and wind event here in the Hudson Valley area of New York. The rain is just coming down in buckets and the wind is blowing. So hopefully, Paul, tell them what you're hoping.
I'm hoping the wind will blow the leaves off the yard. So
Yeah.
I won't have to do any more raking.
But we are enjoying this cozy weather today. I just want to welcome you. We are an early retirement, debt-free, mortgage-free couple living in the state of New York. And basically, we just show you how to live a full, abundant life, spending less money. My name is Emmy and my husband is Paul. We're going to just share a bunch of fun hints and tips with you today. We went shopping at two different places this past week. We went to Home Goods and we went to a church flea market. Wait a minute. What, Emmy? You went shopping? This is a low spend November. Yes, it is. And if you remember, the low spend November was on personal items for Paul, things for the house. We weren't getting anything like that. So we did really well. Though, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw how bad the temptation was. We picked up literally just a couple items to bless others with. We want to share with you how we took these items we bought, and you'll understand in a minute, and we broke it down to per item cost for the holidays, because a lot of times we'll pick something up, look at it and be like, wow, that's really expensive. But if you break it down into cost, it's not always that way. We're going to share that with you. Because the weather's getting colder now, I was also going through my old cookbooks and cookbook pamphlets, and I found a super fun ones I want to share with you. And I tell you all the time, keep an eye out for these when you're at tag sales and flea markets. The wealth of information you can get out of these 1940s and 1950s cookbooks is immeasurable. And then in keeping up with our theme of easy cooking during this holiday season, we're going to show you how to make a quick, frugal crockpot stuffed pepper recipe. So delicious, so easy. So we just have a bunch of fun stuff. So sit back, relax, and again, thank you for spending this time with us. Now, let's get to our little shopping finds. So we have a low spend, no spend November going on for personal items, for Paul, the house, none of that. The first stop we went to was Home Goods because I was looking for a specific item. A Home Goods is like a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx, but they have a ton of gourmet food in there. Great for the holidays. First thing, we walk into Home Goods, guess what Emmy sees? Hold on, I will show you. Yep, it was an entire end cap filled with Disney, Mickey Mouse, kitchen cooking gear. What did I do? I walked by it. Well, I didn't really walk by it. I picked it up, looked at it, played with it, and put it back. And I didn't buy a thing, so you all will be super proud of me. So what did I want to buy? I wanted to buy a container of chocolate Santas that you can hang on the tree. They are super hard to find in our area, the tinfoil wrap ones. These are absolutely beautiful. They're made in Spain. And let me tell you what I do with these. If you come for like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, you'll get one of these on your plate. I think it's just a fun little way to say thank you for being here with us. And then what I do with the rest, Paul and I make cookie trays for our close family and friends for Christmas. You all know that with baked goods. I add a couple of these to the cookie tray. It adds so much whimsy, and there's nothing like a yummy little chocolate Santa. This is something we really enjoy doing. It brings us back to our childhood. Okay, how much were these? They were $12.99. There are 20 of them for $12.99. So at first I was like, I think that's high, Paul. He's like, there's 20 of them. Think about it. So I was like, okay. So we bought them. Then we went to the church rummage sale. And one of the things I told you we're not cutting out, that we're still doing, is sending Christmas cards. Good Christmas cards can be extremely expensive. We all know that. They can run $15 to $20 a box. This was at the church rummage sale. Absolutely beautiful. They are new in the box. They are huge. They weigh a ton. The envelopes are self-sealing. They're just absolutely gorgeous. It says Christmas blessings on the front, and inside it says, may the true gifts of the season be yours. Peace, hope, and love. $1 for 25 of these. Then, Paul's parents are very big on greeting cards. What they do, and this was a really neat tradition, they take the cards for each individual child and they put them in the Christmas tree. And you have to go and find your card somewhere tucked in behind the ornaments, within the ornaments. It's a really lovely tradition, but they do take their greeting cards very seriously. Am I correct, Paul?
Yes, they do.
They really do. We tried to bless them back with a beautiful card. Now, one of these would have been exceptional. They would have loved it. But then, as we were walking through, I found this for $1. It's brand new. It is a full pop-up manger scene for 98 cents. The price on the envelope was $9. It comes with the big, beautiful envelope, and this will be the card we give Paul's parents this year. All these items that we are blessing others with. So altogether we have 46 items, 25 cards, 1 card for my in-laws, and then we have 20 chocolate Santas. It's 46 items. Altogether, it was $15, which comes to about 32 cents an item. I couldn't do better than that. And especially for high quality greeting cards and high quality chocolate. You're going to look at this and you're going to say, but Em, you spent $13 on this. I was able, now this is the catch, I was able to spend $13 on this because my cards cost me $1 for 25 of them. My in-laws' precious card cost me $1 instead of $9. We save on some things to be able to spend a little more on something else. But when you put it all together, that $15 literally would have been 1 box of high quality cards that I would never ever have paid for. You save where you can. You seek out those bargains. You find those items that you know you're going to need at a discount cost. And then you're able to bless others with a little special sweet treat or whatever it may be. So I just wanted to share that with you because I think so many times I would look at this and put it back till Paul said to me, Emmy, you're getting 20 of them. Think about it. And then when I realized what I had paid for the 2 cards, it all made perfect sense. It made perfect sense, especially when it's for blessing others. No better way to spend, I think, especially this time of year. Now let's get into the kitchen and make some stuffed peppers. What is so awesome about this dish is it's a lot of combined leftovers. This is 8 ounces of cooked ground beef. This is a cup of cooked leftover rice. And then I have a half a cup. We have the, what kind of?
Pepper jack.
We have pepper. I was going to say cheddar jack. We have pepper jack, about a half a cup. We're going to add it right to the rice and the ground beef. We're going to put a little on top too, so don't get worried. But that cheese is going to add a lot of flavor. I'm going to take about a half a can, and this is 14 ounces of, I'm using the no salt added petite diced, but you can use whichever ones you want. We're just going to add that, about a half a can. We're going to add some black pepper, a little garlic powder, onion powder. You could cook fresh onions with the ground beef. That would have been great too. But we're doing this quick and easy today. We're using a lot of leftovers. And then I'm just going to put a splash of Worcestershire sauce. And now I'm just going to mix this all together. I am taking a half a cup of water and putting it on the bottom of my crock pot. Now what Paul did, he washed, cored, and seeded 3 peppers, and the tops we chopped up, and we're going to add them to an omelet. And I'm going to fill each pepper with the mixture. We're not big fans of soupy stuffed peppers, like when they're really watery and wet. So what we're going to do is leave them just like this. We put the water in the bottom, so this is going to steam the peppers, the rice, the tomatoes, all together to give us an amazing flavor. So we're going to cover this and put it on high for just about 3 to 4 hours, and we will check it. That mixture stuffed 3 very large peppers. So this is going to be awesome. The peppers cooked on high for 4 hours. 5 minutes before I took them out, I just put a little extra cheese on top. And look at this. They are just falling apart. Look at how good this looks. If you want to take some tomato sauce and put tomato sauce over it, you can top it with some sour cream, extra cheese, whatever you prefer. But look at this pepper is just fork tender. So this is going to be a delicious meal. We are pairing it with a green salad of kale and romaine lettuce. So we wish you buon appetito. Making stuffed peppers in the crock pot has got to be one of the easiest come together meals. 4 hours on high, you saw how amazing they were. Paul approved?
Paul approved.
So good. Now I want to bring you over here, and I was going through my older cookbooks. Just take you back to a simpler time when frugality was a way of life. It wasn't something that people did that was an oddity. Like we're odd sometimes, I think. People think that being frugal is odd. Back in the 40s, that wasn't the case. So come on around, let me show you. The book I want to show you is called A Calendar of Dessert, 365 New Ideas and Recipes. And this was done by General Foods in 1940. And I found this in a flea market, years ago, and I grabbed it. The majority of the recipes are Jell-O inspired. Puddings, Jell-O gelatin. First of all is the graphics in this book. It does each month. For dessert lovely and luscious, too, try Jell-O lime chiffon pie on page 40. Serve this pastel green masterpiece with a bowl of crushed strawberries on the side if you wish. And then it says to go to page 40, and there it is. I just fell in love with this. What it does is it brings us back to a simpler time. And you look at the pictures. The way they ate back then was just so simple. So July, here's our July dessert calendar. Let's see what they said on the 4th. 4th of July cake on page 33 is shown at the right below. And here it is right here. Look at this. It just takes you through every month. Do you need to eat dessert every day? Not at all. Do you need to eat Jell-O every day? Not at all. But there is something very centering when you look at recipes and cookbooks from that era. Look at the graphics on this. Because this was like 80 years ago, literally, the techniques of cooking are not up to our food safety standards of today. Like when you look at this Jell-O pie, they're not cooking the egg whites. Today, you would never do that. You would have to have your eggs cooked. You must use today's food safety rules in cooking and handling in any of these older style recipes. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of that cookbook. it just brought me so much joy. Like I said, I think I paid $1 for it many years ago. But keep your eyes open for these simple living cookbooks from bygone eras, and just how mealtime was such a special event. How back then, after dinner, everyone had a little dessert on their plate, and how times have changed and how these simpler ways just reminds me of the joy of simple living. Basically, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We love spending time with you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this video was encouraging. I hope it was a blessing. We ask that you give this a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. And today's question, this is a good one, and I can't wait to read your answers. What is one food that you remember from your childhood or from being a young adult? What is a special recipe or a food memory you may have that your mom or dad or aunt or grandma cooked for you, and you knew when you came in the house and saw it that this was going to be a delicious meal? For me, myself, my Italian grandma, Louisa, would fry potatoes in a cast iron skillet. She'd slice them thin like potato chips, and she would put them in the cast iron skillet, and then she would add eggs to it and make a potato omelet that I couldn't replicate today. I couldn't. I don't know what she did, what little seasonings and spices, but what a warm, comforting meal that was when we had Nanny's potato and egg omelet. Share with me that recipe, that meal that brings you warmth and joy when you think about it. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Come on in, be part of our Frugal family. We ask that you be well, stay safe, and above all, we wish you blessings. Until next time, bye-bye.